Hello and welcome to the Rate Out of 10 channel, and today I'm reviewing the new Camila Cabello album Cyrillic Letter S, XOXO, and here is the track list. Song 1, I Love It, featuring Playboi Carti. Yeah, this song isn't it? I know it's supposed to just be a fun mindless tune, but it is so mind-numbingly simplistic, bland and dull. It's good that Camila is trying something different, but it's quite obvious that she is aping a genre which is popping, that is trap music, just in an attempt to gain streams. Which is fine, but it does ruin the artistry. The chorus isn't awful, but it isn't pungent at all. I also don't think the beat was that interesting, and in all honesty it kinda sounds dead. Carti sounds even worse on this song, which is embarrassing considering trap music is his lane. I have to say it's not good, and I'll give it a 3 out of 10. Song 2, Chanel number 5. The switch at the 14-second mark is very weird, and it makes me feel like, why is the previous 14 seconds there if the song is just gonna sound completely different afterwards? Otherwise this song is actually not bad. The lyrics are decent but kinda reminiscent of what other pop artists have done when they do trap music. The auto-tune sounds better than it did at the beginning of the track. I do think Camila's got a good enough voice to not have to use it, and in fact this sound would sound better without it. It's got some cringy and odd lines which bring the song down, such as "I'ma hog the mic, take a bite, Pika, Boothong, and I got violence like Tarantino." The piano sounds good on this, but the beat did sound a bit empty for me. It's an okay song, so I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Song 3, Pink XOXO. The synths on this track sound good, so props to the producer for that. However, it felt a bit odd to make this a song when it isn't even a minute, and it could have just been at the end of Chanel number 5, but other than that it's just regular song. TBH, this is clearly an interlude, but I felt that another song could have gone into its place considering this album is very short anyway. This gets a 4 out of 10. Song 4, He Knows, featuring Lil Nas X. Camila sounds better on this track than the others so far, and this song seems to be more in her wheelhouse than the previous songs. Lil Nas X verse was very sexual and had some very explicit lines, which I guess he's become more known for these days. The beat is more lively here, and I think the ad-libs at the end was a nice addition. This gets a 5 out of 10. Song 5, 20-somethings. I like that she is showing off her vocals more on this track, as she is known for her powerhouse vocals. I wish she would take these songs more seriously so we could see her potential, but as expected she seems content with doing these average songs. I like that there is a bit of her exposing that she is struggling with what to do in her current situation, but I feel like her vocals could have matched that emotion a bit better and that lyrics were more expressive. This gets a 5 out of 10. Song 6, Dade County Dreaming, featuring JT and Young Miami. The intro was decent by JT, and I like the wow ad-lib at the end of Camila's lines in verse 1 BC. It added that extra punch, and it wasn't just there for the sake of it. I think the break was unnecessary. BC, we just got that at the intro, so it feels like it's there just to fill in the gap a bit. The beat is really happy and bouncy at the beginning, but abruptly stops and turns to a sadder tone for no reason. Like, it's not like the subject matter changed or anything. So yeah, it was confusing why her team decided to do that. Is gets a 4 out of 10. Song 7, Koshi XOXO, featuring BLP Kosher. Not much to say really on this. I guess Camila just felt like adding it on the album. BC, it meant a lot to her, but for us average listeners this really doesn't mean much, and we would have much rather had an actual song placed here. Like, she could have made an entire song about being grateful that she has adoring fans that propelled her career. I don't count this as a song, so I'ma leave it out. The final rating of the album. Song 8, Hot Uptown featuring Drake. Let me grip on your money maker has got to be one of the funniest, cringiest lines ever. Like, no human being should say that. Lol. The auto-tune does not suit Camila on this track, and this Drake feature defo sounds phoned in, and it kinda reminds me of his feature on Don't Be Late BC, of the lack of effort he put on this track. This gets a 4 out of 10. Song 9, Ugly, by Drake. I knew this song would be really cringe and we would get insecure. Drake once he said the line, "We should just take the things I say as truth." With a line like that you couldn't sound more arrogant. Lol. I went into a cringe coma when I heard the line. For someone so lost in life, you always manage to end up at my place. This song is so bad and I don't think I can listen to it ever again. This gets a 1 out of 10. Song 10, Dreamgirls. It sounds like an 11-year-old could have written this. Also, the chorus is very weak and it is defo lacking in a lot of departments. For a song which is so short it gets very boring to listen to, and in all honesty this song is very forgettable. This gets a 3 out of 10. Song 11, 305 Till I Die. I guess this is another skit. therefore I can't rate it and I might as well move on. Song 12. Boat or BOAT. I'm glad there's no auto-tune BC, she sounds so much better without it. The chorus is good and the beat sounds reflective and has a calm energy to it. Not a bad track by Camila, but I can't help but feel something is missing from this track. Like maybe a switch in tempo in the verses or whatever. This gets 5 out of 10. Song 13. Pretty When I Cry. Best track so far. This beat has so much more life than the other beats and Camila sounds like she was more enthusiastic to make this song than the others on this project. Kinda got Havana vibes from this a bit and I can see why PPL would play this on their summer playlist. It feels like the most complete and energetic track on the album, and if this album had more tracks like this, it would have been such a vibe. This gets a 7 out of 10. Song 14. June Gloom. I know this is a very toned down song, but the only interesting engaging part of the track is the chorus and the bridge. The instrumental outro is unnecessary to me and it sounds so grating. Yeah, another average track and this gets a 5 out of 10. Overall thoughts. This album is kinda boring to me and I really feel that she is not reaching her potential. To me this is easily her worst album and I really do hope that she comes with a more complete album next time. The album lacked standout songs on this, which made it disappointing to me, since she has proven, in the past, to be capable of this. That is her debut album. I'm only adding the song Pretty When I Cry to my playlist, which is 1 out of 14 songs. However, I can understand if there are a couple other tracks on here which some PPL would add to their playlist, like Chanel No. 5 and He Knows. I think less or no auto-tune would have suited Camila better, but I can understand why she used it as it is still a trendy sound to this day. And I do think it can work well, but for Camila it works better if she uses her natural singing voice. I also think the tracks are way too short to the point that it can't have much impact. This is why I have this feeling of wanting more from these tracks when I listen to them. To conclude, I feel that it's hard to find many positives to take from this project, and overall it is quite lackluster and it really feels that she put minimal effort into this project. Here are all the song ratings, and the overall rating is a 4.25 out of 10. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, sub, comment and peace out.